Hey guys, I'm Emily. I am one of 5 friends doing this A Witty Bit Awkward channel. I literally just got back from a middle school retreat, so I'm really tired. We were a green team, but it ended up being pink, I guess. But we ended up getting like 3rd place out of 4 teams. But anyway, I guess I just kind of want to talk about how I really don't like when you give somebody a responsibility and they don't do it. Okay, for example, like when we were at the retreat, I gave this one girl an order, well not an order, I'm not that strict, but I was like, hey, you should start sweeping like this floor or whatever, and she's like, I don't want to sweep it. I'm like, why? And then Shyla, the other leader that was staying with us, was like, you have to, like it's part of cleaning up or whatever, and our goal was to get the cabin cleaner than it was when we got there. Shyla was like, well, you should just get it cleaner than it was, and we just want you to help out, you know, everybody's gonna have like a hand in this and blah blah. And the girl's just like, well, I'm gonna like sweep when I get home, so what's the whole point? And Shyla was like, well, that doesn't matter, like all that matters is that it's here and you need to help us clean up here. And we had 8 girls stay in one cabin, and 8 girls staying in one cabin, and there's a lot of like chatting and going on, you know, so not a lot of work gets done in a good amount of time. And so I ended up giving her this job to like help me sort out trash, because in Japan, in certain places, they really have to recycle. Like there's a place for plastic bottles and then plastic wrappers. Oh my goodness, like it can't go all in the plastics. There's plastic bottles and plastic wrappers, and I'm just like, okay. But anyway, and then so we'd ask these girls to do things and they wouldn't end up doing it. They would like halfway do it and then go and talk and just do stuff, which is, I guess, acceptable. Well, not acceptable, but expected since they're in middle school and stuff. I'm in high school, in case you didn't know that. I'm a sophomore, almost a junior. Me talking about this kind of brings me back to this project I had to do last quarter for school. And it was like a phys apps project. It was me and the senior guy in phys apps, because we didn't take phys apps like freshman year or anything. And then 3 freshmen in our group. And me and the senior usually like, we work together like pretty good. We're usually like on top of the project, and we actually had to go away for choir. And we were like, hey, we're going to give you guys a responsibility to write some notes on this board. That's all we need is just notes, just bullet points. And they were like, okay, yeah, we could do that. We are expecting this when we get back from the choir concert, like when we come back on this certain day, like Tuesday or something, I don't know, like the next week. Then I was like, you have to have this done because that's the day that it's due. And they were like, yeah, we will. We get back the day that it's due. And it ends up only having the one bullet point I put on there the day that I left. And me and Huey were like, whoa, y'all, what did you do? Did you guys not do anything, like, when we were gone? And they were like, oh yeah, we did. And I was like, what'd you do? And they were like, well, we looked up stuff on the computer. And I was like, what'd you look up on the computer? Oh no, what did you look up on the computer? Like, I already had like bullets and like the notes that you needed to put onto the poster board. Like, what else did you need? And they're like, oh, well, I didn't know that, blah blah. And I was like, I gave you guys the paper, you know, the day that I left. And they were like, I don't know, I couldn't find them. And then this one guy was like, well, I'm bringing in the demonstration with the Hot Wheel cars and blah blah. And I was just like, okay. So then that day I had to like stress out right before it was due, because it was like people were presenting that day, and so me and Huey had to like hurry up and jot down notes and like color pictures of whatever onto this stupid board. So yeah, that was stressful. I mean, we ended up getting an A, and we usually get good grades on our projects, but I just hate stressing out on projects because my group members don't do anything. You know, because you give them a responsibility, you give them something for them to do that you expect to be done in a certain time or in a certain place, or just when you get back from somewhere, and they just don't do it. And I hate it when people do that. Like, if you're going to be my partner on a project, you have to do something. I'm going to give you a responsibility, and I'm going to trust you on that. This is why I have trust issues, because I can't trust people to do their one small part in a project, like writing down some notes that I've already written down for you to put on paper. I already have them down, type them up. If I already have them typed up, then put them on the poster board. It's not that hard. That was my rant. Somebody gives you responsibility, do that responsibility because they want that done. Otherwise, they're going to end up stressed out like me. It'd be nice if you were my partners in projects, if you would do your stuff for me. and I'm pretty sure everybody else thinks the same thing. I'm not saying do the work. I hate it when people rely on everybody else to just do the work for them. I hate that. How are you going to learn in school? You're never going to learn in school. Anyway, okay, I'm done. I'm Emily. Nice to meet you guys. Peace.